Hey Beer Tubers, Ryan back with another episode of San Diego Beer Vlog. Thanks for joining me once again. Going to look at another beer from BrewDog out of Scotland, and this is their Smokehead Imperial Stout. And not only is this an Imperial Stout, but it's also Imperial Stout that's aged in Islay single malt Scotch whiskey barrels, which is awesome. I love Islay single malt Scotches, and so when I saw that BrewDog had Imperial Stout aged in them, could not pass it up. This is a big 10% beer. Haven't had a big beer in a while, so let's get this thing cracked open. Comes in a 33 centiliter bottle. This is batch 15. It was bottled in 8/15/2009. So this beer has 2 years of age on it, which is awesome. So hopefully, I think Beer Chituba did a review on this one. I can't remember if Winton did one, but I just see an Imperial Stout that's 2 years old, aged in Scotch barrels. Then it's hard for me to turn down. As you expect, pitch black, finger of kind of light brown head on there, sort of mocha colored, mostly small bubbles. Doesn't look like that one's bottle condition. It's definitely some legs on the glass for sure. Let's get the nose on it. Oh yeah, immediately get peaty Scotch notes. Oh, I love that. Underneath that, there's some dark fruits going on, some sort of coffee roasty notes in there, but the aroma dominated by single malt Scotch. If you've ever had a peated single malt Scotch, but more Lagavulin, Lafroig, there's several others. That's what you get on this. It's kind of this earthy, smoky note, and that's kind of where the Smokehead kind of comes from. Or a lot of Scotch guys are peat heads. I'm definitely a peat head, so I love the aroma on this one. So I've had it out of the fridge over an hour now, so it's kind of just cool to the touch. So should be good to go. So let's dig in. Cheers. Yeah, that's nice. Wow, big smoke notes. If you don't like smoky or peaty beers, then you're probably going to hate this beer because it has a ton of smoke throughout the entire mouthfeel. Coats my mouth pretty good. I'll keep drinking and see if it's quite full body, but if not, it's definitely medium full. Alcohol notes, not very present at all. You get maybe a touch, just very slight heat when it goes down your throat, but other than that, I mean, it's 2 years old, 10%, nice and mellowed out in terms of alcohol heat. Up front, kind of get some sweetness, mostly dark fruits, maybe some sweeter chocolate notes. Midway through, that smoke just comes in, takes a hold. Sort of a bitter coffee finish with kind of this oaky peat note on it. Really smooth drinking beer. I'm really enjoying this one so far. Okay, I've been sipping on this one a bit more. There's some kind of very pleasant sweetness up front. It kind of has almost like a cherry note, and then almost like a sort of kind of red berry, like a sweeter red berry, kind of playing with the cherry. Nice kind of fruitiness up front. Not really any dark fruits like say raisin or plum. I'm not really getting that kind of fruitiness on the front end. Some sweetness, kind of has some caramel components as well. So maybe something like a Special B going on, but not quite as kind of raisiny. So maybe just more complex crystal malts going on. Yeah, midway through, like I said, big peat notes, big smoky notes. Finishes fairly bitter actually. Fairly dry and bitter. I think the dark roasted malts that kind of have that big kind of bitter coffee finish on there, it kind of helps with the alcohol to really kind of dry things out. Really balances out the beer. And then you just get lingering smoke, peaty notes. So big kind of earthiness going on thanks to that. And smokiness. It's really hard to describe peat if you've never had it. So I recommend just at some point, if you're curious, just get a really cheap Islay single malt Scotch. Most of them do have some amount of peat in them. Most of them, but not all. So maybe try to find some tasting notes on there. Or, you know, get a bottle of some of these BrewDog beers. I did Storm, which was their IPA that they aged in Scotch barrels. If not, if you like Imperial Stouts, maybe try this one. Definitely for peat heads or smokeheads, because there's big smoke notes. And I'm really enjoying this one, and that's because, like I said, I am a peat head. So I'm gonna go straight up A on this one. I think it's excellent. It's a really smooth. Oh, then again, this bottle has some age on it. Keep in mind. So maybe there's more alcohol present in a fresh bottle, but I'm not really getting a whole lot of alcohol. It's really smooth drinking. Body-wise, it wasn't quite as like viscous as I initially thought, but it's actually really easy to drink, and it's got big, bold peat flavors, and you know, slight bits of chocolate in there too. So the malt base is, you know, kind of does have those Imperial Stout kind of characteristics. It's slightly different than normal, but it just really lets the peat and the barrel characteristics, the oak, kind of show through in the beer, and that's kind of, I like that they're using that platform for this, because it does remind me of a darker Scotch with even more kind of complex characteristics. Kind of go with that peat in there. So yeah, an A for Smokehead from BrewDog. This is my favorite BrewDog beer so far that I've tried for sure. So recommend this one. Until next time, please comment and subscribe. Cheers.